I'm going to do a quick run through grader projects just to make sure that I did this in week 2, but evidently not everybody watched this, so I want to make sure I go over this again. So I just submitted my grader project and I got a 53. And what I don't want you to do is panic at that point in time. So I have opened my file that I did, and I'm going to go into my grader project, click on options and view submissions. Now I'm going to click on my submission, and then I'm going to not look here because this is a little bit confusing. I'm going to look at my summary report. That's where I normally look at mine. And this lists every place where I missed points. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is really something. So if I look, it tells me the cells weren't more merged. And sometimes you're going to say, well, I did this, but you know, what's gone on? Well, just keep looking. You go back to my summary report. Because I did something that is, I did something I was supposed to do. So it says the range B through C19 was not set to %. And when I look at this, I thought, well, I don't have anything in C. I go back to my instructions and it says, I was supposed to delete column C. Well, if you find an error like that where, you didn't, and then you're seeing a lot of things, column B and C aren't done, what you need to do is go back and say, okay, let me delete this. I'm just going to resave this. And a lot of times I would do this before I went even further. So if I noticed a big error like that, where everything was going to be off and it wasn't going to be able to grade because it's going to grade by the cell it's in. So everything that was supposed to be in C is now in D. I think what I might do is just go ahead, close this out and say, I am just going to go back. And why don't I resubmit this and then see what happens? You can resubmit this as many times as you want. I don't take off points for how many times you submit it. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose the file and go back and resubmit it again. Submit it for grading. Return to the course. Whoops. No, thought I did that. Finish, submit for grading. I'm sorry. Return to the course here. Getting ahead of myself. And my grade's not much better, but at least I have that column gone. And again, my summary report and see what's going on with this. So did I apply the percent style with 2 decimal places to B19 through C19? So I look at my file and I look, okay, B19 through C19. No, I didn't. So I missed that. So I mean, I'm human. I read, I miss things. So not a big deal. I'm just going to go ahead now and do that. And say, okay, I'm going to go to my next thing. So I want to apply the accounting number format to cell C13. So again, go to C13. Okay, that's not the accounting number format. I'll just do that. And go through each item in the summary report. And I can click these arrows to find more. So I didn't do my font colors. So I would have to go through each of these. So A7 through C7, font color purple, and the fill color set to background gray. So let me do A7 through C7. Probably missed a whole instruction, which, is easy to do. Purple. And the other one is set to grade 20%. percent background 2 darker 10. Okay. Okay. So each one I'm just going to go back through and correct. And then when I'm done, I will just go back through and resubmit that again. Okay, now I've gone through, I've checked my summer report, I made all the changes and decided I probably just skipped the last 2 pages of the instruction. No big deal because it happens. And now I'm going to choose the file, come back in, find the file, open it, upload it, and submit it for grading before. So what you want to remember about this particular assignment, it is not about the steps you do. We skip steps, we misread steps, we do things differently. It's about the results. We want to look at the results and focus on why didn't I get the results that I want? Why couldn't I get this to look like it should? Well, there's lots of different reasons, so you work through it and you resubmit it when you're done. Now this time I got 100%, so I'm happy. And you can be happy with 80 something or 90 something, but you can do it multiple times, and it is not anything about the steps. It is about the results you get. This cannot look at the steps you've done. All it's looking at is that end file, what you got. Did you get everything you were supposed to at the end of it?